Hey everybody, happy Sunday. A little late posting this. I'm doing this from Wilmington, Ohio is where I'm at right now. I'm on a trip. We leave here in about 4 hours or so. We're gonna fly today out to California and then up to Alaska, Anchorage. We're gonna spend the night there and then it's over to Japan. So we'll hope to take a bunch of pictures and videos while I'm over there. Japan, actually not going into Singapore, going into Malaysia. There's a holiday there or something in Singapore, so Malaysia is where we're going. So get a little time off there. So I'll take plenty of pictures and show you what that looks like. So I was sitting there reading today. I'm in the book of Isaiah 25, verse 4, and I was remembering back in about this time back in 2010. So what's that, 13 years ago? I was, about this time, 13 years ago, I was sitting, taking my squadron over to Al Udeid Air Base there in Qatar. And we were deployed there and flying airlift missions into mostly Afghanistan, just a touch in Iraq. We were just about done with Iraq. Flying airlift and airdrop missions in Afghanistan at the time. So we were there for 120 days. Was that 4 months? We were there. So from April, the end of April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, all of August. And then we came home in September, about mid-September. So it was a long, hot, the hottest part of the summer and everything else there. And if you've heard me talk about it plenty, Abu Dhabi, it's hot over there. I mean, it is like otherworldly hot. I grew up in the South, thought I knew what heat was, but that is just insane out there. And but this one particular time, so I was a squadron commander at the time, and I predominantly, a lot of office work, keeping the squadron going, making sure the missions are manned, and I flew a little bit, but mostly that was my job, was to help other people do their job, the flying. And so I worked in this office building, and one day I show up, and usually early morning. I like to get there early in the morning because it was still a little cooler. It was only like 90. And it was hot in the building. And I walk in and I look, and the guys that were working there doing a lot of the administrative work and everything else were just sitting there sweating. The air conditioner had gone out. And it was out for probably 3 weeks. And so we went and bought a bunch of fans. We told, the guys that had to work in the building, we told them, hey, come to work in shorts. And it was insane. And they just couldn't get this thing fixed. And then they came and fixed part of it. So the other part of the building were the permanent party people that were there all the time. Their side of the building, strangely enough, became air conditioned, and ours was still not. It was unreal. And I laugh because I think about it, and while they were working on it, every once in a while, I thought that I would feel this, out of the air conditioning vents at the top. I was always like going out, walking out, put my hand up there. And I think people were thinking the heat was getting to me, because I'm going, did you guys feel that? Did you guys feel that? Is it working? Is it working? On them all the time, okay, fix this. And they finally did. And so, like I said, that was just otherworldly hot. They finally bought a temporary, like a portable air conditioner unit. Like it was portable, but it was huge. It was like the size of a minivan. Put it right outside our building. And then the byproduct of that was, of course, it was so humid there, it would make water. And then, so during the day, it would make this lake, this little pond of all the water that it's pulled out of the humidity out of the air. And it would fill up. And, and then of course, then it would go away in the evening, and it would just come back and forth. It was just not fun. But I was thinking about that today when I was reading verse 4 of chapter 25 of Isaiah. You have been a refuge for the poor, a refuge for the needy in their distress. a shelter from the storm, and shade from the heat. For the breath of the ruthless is like a storm driving against a wall, and like the heat of the desert. You silence the uproar of foreigners. As heat is reduced by the shadow of a cloud, so the song of the ruthless is stilled. I was thinking about that and what a breath of fresh air the Lord is, and the peace that comes from him. And, there's times in our lives when we feel trouble and turmoil and don't feel at peace. God's peace is like a cloud that blows in, like a breath of fresh air that blows in to cool us during the hot of the day. So much more than the air conditioning there in Indeed. So anyway, just a quick one today, hitting the road again. And Arlene's taking Bella back to school today. So prayers for them, for their safe travels, please, and mine. And I hope you have a blessed Sunday and a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Take care.